I got a lot of questions about the Ninja XL Pro and about my diet. So instead of writing a whole bunch of answers in the comment section, I just thought I'd make a quick little video and answer your questions. I was shocked and surprised to see that my videos about the carnivore diet and how I do things got as many views as they did. But I'm very happy about it, and I got a lot of questions, so I figured I'd make a quick little video and answer you guys' questions. First things first, I purchased the Ninja XL Pro. I did not get it. I'm not sponsored, and I didn't get it for free for a review or anything like that. So yes, it is just something that I use and like. So I wanted to talk about it. All right. The first thing was, which one is it? All right. Which Ninja XL Pro? Apparently there's a whole bunch of them, but this is the one right here. Ba-boom. That's the one. The Ninja XL Pro. 7-in-1 indoor griddle, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. This is the one, folks. This is the one I have. So if you're interested in it, check this one out right here. Somebody asked a very good question about the smokeless part. They wanted to know that, if you live in an apartment or something like that, is it really smokeless? Well, I can tell you that as long as you keep it clean, and this little screen thing right here, it pops right out. Give it a good scrub. I use a little brush with some dish soap on it and rinse it off, let it dry, and then pop it back in. But yes, as long as you keep it clean, I have no issue. I know I have a smoke detector right here by the kitchen, and when I cook on top of the stove in cast iron or whatever, yeah, I always set the smoke alarm off. I keep a broom handy so I can poke it and reset it. But yeah, so far I haven't had no problems. As long as you keep it clean, there's not grease and stuff in there to really, burn and smoke up everything. It works excellent. So I think it would be a great choice for in an apartment. All right. Speaking of cleaning, a lot of people wanted to know how hard it was to clean. Well, all the cooking parts, very easy to clean because everything, the air fryer basket, the grill, those three pieces, all ceramic coated. So, you can throw the griddle on, you can put eggs on that thing and they come right off without using anything. It's really, really good as far as that's concerned. So clean up. It's a breeze. You can rinse it off and wipe it with a soapy rag or sponge or whatever. Yeah, it cleans up really, really nice. Now, as far as the other parts, as I just mentioned, in the top, in the lid, when you open the lid, there is that little screen. I wash that after every use, and then I wipe the top, the inside of that, I wipe that down. And of course, the little grease trapped in the bottom and all that, I wipe everything down after every use. Now, usually, depending on what I cook, I use this thing every day. So it gets used, I guess you could say, kind of hard, but I use it every day. And at least once a month, I will really, really, really clean the inside of the lid there, the top part, because just wiping it down, it does its job. But, some of that more caked on and burnt on things, when it starts to be, I don't want it to build up too much and to start smoking. So, yeah, I give it a good scrub. I use the bartender's helper or barkeeper's helper, whatever it's called. But yeah, I use that again, probably once a month, and give it a really, really good clean up there. But all the rest of the time, after I'm done using it, after it's cooled down, I pull the griddle out or whatever, wash that off, wipe the inside out with a soapy rag or sponge or something, and then a damp one, and then dry it out, and just, yeah, that's how I do it. Cleanup's not too bad. It's a lot, to me anyway, it's a lot easier and a lot faster and better than when you cook on top of the stove and, with, like, say, in a cast iron pan, and it splatters everywhere. It gets up on the hood of the stove, and it's all over the top and even on the floor. The shit splatters everywhere. This stuff, when you open the lid, it does splatter out, but it's not as bad. And when you close that thing down, it kind of keeps everything contained. So to me, it's a lot easier to clean up. As far as opening and closing that lid, I wanted to mention that the grill and the griddle setting, when you open the top, the little fan shuts off that blows the top and, the heating element and stuff that's on the top, because there is a heating element below for the grill and the griddle part, and then there's a heating element up top, and then that blows and it heats from both sides, and especially for the air fryer, it circulates everything. But for the grill and the griddle, when you open the top, that top part stops spinning, but the bottom part still stays hot. So you can actually grill and griddle with the lid open. It will still, stay warm or still stay hot. Now, all the other settings, the roast and the bake and even the air fry, when you open it up to flip things or whatever, or check things or flip things or attempt things, it will say close lid. So, I just wanted to throw that out there as well. And flipping, as far as flipping goes, it does tell you to flip halfway through. So if you set it for 30 minutes, at 15 minutes, it will make a noise and you go out and you look and it says flip. So it does let you know halfway through. Something else I forgot to mention was you can skip the preheat. So if you set it on the griddle parts or whatever, the grill, anything, and you turn it on and it goes to preheat, you can hit this button right here and ta-da, it skips the preheat setting. I know sometimes if I'll make something and then when that's done, I pull it out and I want to throw in something, I don't know, like some shrimp or an egg or whatever, and I turn it on and it wants to preheat. I don't need to preheat it again. It's already plenty hot, so I just skip that preheat stuff. So I just wanted to mention that. So if you want any more further details on what I said about this thing, and I showed you a lot more, you can watch this video right here. This is just a catch up answering some questions that folks had from that video. So if you want to know more about what we're talking about, you can go over and check that video out. So I do love this Ninja thing. So far, it is very, very reliable. It works all the time. It works very well. Not too bad to clean. Good I always had, anytime I get a Ninja product, it's always very reliable. Good products, in my opinion. And since I got this thing, again, I use it every single day. I don't use the oven or the toaster oven. I have a big toaster oven. Don't use those two things anymore. I rarely, I mean, every once in a great while, I'll pull the cast iron pan out and, make a steak and eggs or something, or make some bacon and eggs. But very, very rarely do I use them anymore. So I have, everything. The Ninja has taken over. So my question to you is, since I reduced all my cooking sources down to this one Ninja, does that make me a minimalist? That was a joke. If you know, you know. All right. Somebody asked me about the knives that I used when I was cutting up the meat, because I get the primal cuts of the ribeyes and New York strips and other things. So someone asked what knives I use. So these are the knives. They're Victorinox, I believe it's pronounced, but yes, I got those. I have the big breaking knife, and then I have the smaller boning knife. Very, very good knives. I actually watched these guys, the bearded butchers or something like that, and that's what those guys use. So I got them. And no, I don't have, $3 Walmart knives. I got good knives. They're not cheap, but for what I use them for, and as often as I use them, yeah, I spent the money. All right, now I got a lot of questions about the way I eat. I'll say my diet. Now, first of all, I'm not saying do this. I'm not saying don't do this. I'm not promoting this in any way. I'm not saying you should do it, and if you don't, you're dumb. None of that. I don't care. If you wake up in the morning and you survive on Doritos and Pepsis, then that's what you drink and eat, and that you just live your life. I don't care. If you eat, Dunkin' Donuts and drink coffee and that's your entire diet, I really don't care. I'm just showing you what I do. If you don't agree with it, I don't need a big dissertation on how I'm doing this or how I'm doing that. And if you are one of the carnivore Nazis, you don't have to tell me that, oh, that you're not carnivore. This is what I do, the way I do it. If you don't agree, well, then eat some other way. I don't know what to tell you. I'm just sharing this. People are asking me, so I am answering the way I do it. Do you snack? No, I do not snack at all. I did in the beginning. I would eat pork rinds because that's all it is. It's puffed up pork skins. There's nothing in it. Some salt. There's no ingredients. It has basically no nutritional value, but there's no carbs. There's no fat. There's some fat, but there's no sugars or there's nothing. You look at the ingredients, there's like 2 things. But I don't even do that no more. No more snacking. I stopped that very, very early on. How many meals do you eat and all this other stuff? Okay. I mostly eat 1 meal a day, the OMAD, or as they call it for short. But yes, I usually eat 1 meal a day. Sometimes I eat 2. Not very often, but if I'm doing a lot of more stuff, I'm a little bit more active, or I'm working out a little bit and I'm hungry, I eat. I don't starve myself, but that's the one thing about this is when I eat, I'm satiated. I'm full. I don't get that, I need a snack or a craving or I don't have that hunger. So yeah, I usually only eat once a day, but sometimes I do eat twice a day. Now, the other thing is I eat inside of a time window. Usually I eat between 3 and 7, but I definitely do not eat past 8 o'clock at night. So yes, basically it's intermittent fasting. So, say I eat at 6 o'clock at night, then I go the rest of the day, I go to bed, I wake up the next morning, I drink a cup of coffee, and then I go until, say, 4, 5, 6 o'clock again the next day, and then I eat my meal. Now, on the days that I eat the 2 meals, sometimes I'll eat usually around maybe 1, but that's still pretty good fasting window from 6 o'clock around till 1. So I still consider it intermittent fasting. And then probably once a month, I try to fast for a full anywhere between 36 and 48 hours. I will do a fast once a month. Now, someone in the comments did say that it's more healthy to eat 3 small meals instead of 1 big meal. Well, that's fine. And my reply was, well, then that's the way you should eat. It's just that simple. I'm not telling you to eat 1 meal a day. Yep. Not preaching, not pushing, not trying to convince anybody, just sharing. So, I'm just trying to answer the questions that were asked to me to the best of my ability. And if I don't know something, that's what I'll say. I was asked this question and I don't know. And I will be totally honest with you. I don't have to be, I know everything. If I don't know, I don't know. All right. Another question was, don't you get sick of just eating ribeyes, or is that all you eat, or do you eat other things? So let's break it down. I do eat ribeyes a lot. I will admit that. They're good. They're the best things for this kind of diet because the amount of protein and fat, you don't have to sit down and do calculations and figure out, well, it's this many grams of protein, so I need this many grams of fat. So now if I eat this lean, say, chicken breast, now I got to eat, 17 eggs and 2 sticks of butter. I don't have to figure that all out. That's why I eat ribeyes. It's pretty much boom. So yes, I do eat more than ribeyes, but yeah. So what do I eat besides that? Well, every once in a while, I will get the primal cuts. Instead of getting primal cuts of ribeyes, I will get a primal cut of New York strip, and I will cut them down, and I will eat New York strips. Ground beef is something I eat a lot of. I make burgers or meatballs, etc. Whatever, a meatloaf, whatever you make with ground beef. I eat a lot of ground beef. The only difference is I don't eat any bread or anything like that. So it's not on bread with lettuce and tomatoes and on ketchup and mayonnaise. And no, it's ground beef. Sometimes, most of the times I make a bacon cheeseburger. So I will make some bacon, throw a couple slices of bacon on top of the burger, and then throw a piece of cheese on top of that, melt that down, and just eat the patty like that. I don't always eat the cheese, but yes. And yes, I do eat dairy on carnivore. So again, you're not eating carnivore, you're eating dairy, and you eat cheese, and you drink milk, that's not carnivore. Well, then it's my diet. It's the way I do carnivore. Again, I am not doing the lion diet. I'm not eating just beef and salt. So anyway, again, I digress. Speaking of that, I do eat mustard. If you look at the ingredients of mustard, that's pretty much what it is. It's mustard. There's mustard seed. It's mustard. It's ground up mustard seed with like one or two other ingredients. That's all it's in mustard. So I eat it. And yes, I am a stickler for reading ingredients. If there's more than 10 ingredients and the first couple I can't pronounce, I don't buy it. I don't care if it's a sausage, whatever, a stick of pepperoni. If I can't read the ingredients and there's more than, a handful, and if it says sugar in it, I don't get it. Sorry. But yes, mustard. That's all I do. No ketchup, because there's tons of crap in that. No barbecue sauce, lots and lots of sugar and all kinds of shit in that. So I don't eat that. So yes, but I do use mustard on my burgers. Chicken wings, drumsticks. I'm not real keen on thighs. I don't know. There's just something about thighs. And chicken breast, there's no fat in it. It's just all lean meat. So it's not good for my diet. Bacon. Eat lots of bacon. Pork belly. Love pork belly. Another thing that's good for this diet, because there's a lot of fat, and I just enjoy it. All pork belly is uncured bacon. That's what they make bacon from, is pork belly. So it's just not going through the process to make it bacon. It's not all maple cured and all that shit. But anyway, yeah. So bacon, pork belly, ribs. Eat ribs. Pork chops, lamb chops, seafood. That's right, seafood. Shrimp and mostly salmon, those two. I do eat other fish as well, like haddock and flounder. And I do eat sardines with that mustard, because, they're okay. Sardines are okay, but they're not my favorite. But they are good for me. And it's a way to get a lot of good fats and nutrition from the sardines. So I do eat sardines. But yes, seafood. Mostly shrimp. I eat lots of shrimp and lots of salmon. I usually have I'll make a ribeye, and because I get the salmon the same way, I get a big giant side of a salmon, and I cut it into pieces and little portions, and they get vacuum sealed and frozen. So I will have a ribeye and a piece of salmon, or those little trimmings, the meat trimmings, the meat and the fat. Or even I'll just take a ribeye and I'll dice it up into little pieces, or I'll take two of them actually, and then a whole bunch of shrimp, and we just air fry those separately. The meat first takes longer. Shrimp only take a couple minutes, a minute or two, if that. But yeah, and then we just put it in a big bowl. I take some butter, stir it all up, and yeah, it's just ribeye and shrimp. Very, very good. And that extra fat for the butter for them lean shrimp. But yeah, so I do eat more than just ribeyes. All right. Do you take vitamins and supplements? No, not really. I take a D3, but vitamin D, but I'm a vampire. I'm a blind guy who sits inside a house. I'm very light sensitive. All our blinds are down. It is dark. I live in a cave because I don't like the light coming in. So, and I don't go out a whole lot during the day. I do sometimes, but yeah, so I do take a vitamin D supplement because I'm not a one guy to walk around in the sun a lot. Again, yes, the evil, dark-hearted vampire. I do take electrolytes, and I get a big glass of water, and I do take electrolytes since I go through a long time of that fasting, and especially the times when I do the long fast. Definitely take electrolytes, which is basically potassium, magnesium, and sodium. That's right, salt, folks. Oh, if you eat salt, your blood pressure is going to go and your heart's going to explode and you're going to die. Oh, get rid of that salt and you'll be able to stop that high blood pressure mess. I know, I heard it all before. Again, don't eat salt. If that's what you believe, then don't eat salt. I'm not telling you to. I'm telling you what I do, and I eat lots of salt. All right, with all that, yes, I go to the unlike some people that we know here on this channel, I go to the doctor at least once a year, most of the time twice a year, and I'm excluding eye doctors. That's a whole separate thing. But I go to my regular family doctor. I get my blood pressure checked quite often. I get my blood work done at least twice a year, and my blood work is very good. It is actually improved, all except my cholesterol, which is going up, and that is to be expected. And I know everyone's going to flip out about that. Oh, it clogs your arteries. It does this. It does that. I'm not going to get all into that because I am not a doctor. I don't profess to be one. I don't even play one on YouTube, but I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to tell you all about cholesterol. The only thing I will tell you about cholesterol is in every single cell in your body. Your brain has lots and lots and lots of cholesterol in it, and it helps your brain work. So when I look at my numbers and it says you have high cholesterol, I would like to see cholesterol in my body since every single cell I have has it and my brain has lots of it. And I've dropped a lot of weight in a couple pant sizes. So, do you have a cheat day? I do not. I have no cheat days. There's no cheating anything. I eat all the stuff that I eat. If I get tired of eating ribeyes or I'm not into beef, I'll just have a pork chop, or I'll have some shrimp and fish, and there's all kinds of stuff. But no, I do not cheat. I don't run out and get chips on. Oh, it's Saturday. I can drink 3 beers, have nachos, and then slam a pizza. Nope, I do not cheat. Do not cheat at all. I've been on this for 11 months now. I started in September. No, excuse me. I started in October. So yeah, it was actually the end of September, but I just say October 1st. So yes, I'll count it as 11 months, and I have not slipped. I have not cheated. I have not done any of that stuff. I stick to it. When I'm hungry, I eat. I don't starve myself either. When I'm hungry, I eat. And again, my health has improved. No more aches and pains and creaks and snaps and pops. My wife said I stopped snoring. I don't snore anymore. I used to snore. Yeah, again, I dropped weight, dropped pant sizes, and let's face it, folks, when you drop weight, you always get healthier. So I'm still trying to drop some more. I got a little bit of a gut still that I want to get rid of. So far it's working, and I'm going to stick with it. And if you want to eat, again, whatever you want to eat, be my guest, because you never have to agree with anything I say here. That's never the point on this channel. What is the point?
This is Blind Views, and that's the way I see it.
What we do here is go back.